I wasn't sure if making videos about marketing and robotics was going to be a good idea, but I guess I was wrong. So my channel just hit 1 year old. I joined in December of 2024. And this year was really interesting, to be honest, because I really wasn't quite sure if this idea that I had about making a YouTube channel talking about marketing robotics teams was really going to go anywhere. Most people aren't joining robotics because they want to do marketing. They're joining robotics because they want to build a robot. But this gap that I saw in robotics about teams not having great marketing strategies and not really getting a whole lot of growth or sponsorships for their team because they just didn't quite understand how to put themselves out there. This is something I'm really passionate about because I truly love FIRST Robotics. It was not something that I knew about 10 years ago, but man, since I've been doing it since 2018, this program has made me so many friendships and connections and memories, and it's allowed me to have a huge impact on my students beyond just the classroom. And I am forever grateful for saying yes to my superintendent that one day when he asked me if I wanted to start a robotics team in our high school. Now, 2025 was a really challenging year for me because I started this channel not really knowing how it was going to turn out, and I'm not doing this full time. I mean, I work a full-time day job. This is just something that I am passionate about and that I kind of do in my spare time. But between my day job and my wife and my daughter and my pets and just everyday life, trying to make videos on a regular basis is really challenging. And it put a lot of strain on me this year trying to do this consistently on a weekly basis while also just living everyday life. You know, this past year was the first year that I had been a mentor on a brand new team that I'd never been a part of before. Prior to this, I was a head coach of my own robotics team that I had started from scratch. And so I had to learn a whole new system and meet new people and students and learn the ways that they organize their team compared to the way that I used to organize my team. Not only that, but stepping away as a head coach and not having the same level of responsibilities that I had before. It was great, but you know, it was different for me. I'm so used to having to organize everything and communicate with everyone and send emails and check up on people during practice that I had a hard time figuring out how do I just sit and do marketing and that's it, instead of playing the multiple roles that a head coach has to be. But beyond just my own team, I also made a ton of connections with people from around the world that I would have never had the opportunity to meet if I hadn't have started this YouTube channel. I got to meet an amazing team from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Terra Bridges, who joined me over the summer to make a sponsorship video that turned out amazing, and they crushed their sponsorship goals super quickly. I got to meet Brian Dubois from the Boolean Operators at Worlds and learn how he takes amazing pictures and collaborate on a video that we got to do together while at Worlds in Houston that I got to put on my YouTube channel to show teams how to take better looking pictures for their social media and their marketing. And I got to be part of FIRST Northland, which is an organization here in the upper Midwest for FIRST Robotics, where I got to volunteer as a social media person and photographer and videographer for multiple events and regionals around the area. I got to be a speaker for multiple teams across the world. I got invited by TechDroid, a team from Mexico, to be a speaker for their first global conference, along with Team Rembrandts and Citrus Circuits and all of these other huge robotics teams from around the world. I felt so honored that I got to even be in the same sentence as some of these teams that are just amazing. I'm so blessed to be able to teach so many people about marketing and to help these teams increase their marketing awareness so that people in their community understand what FIRST Robotics is and that they want to support them. I had the chance to go to the World Championships, which is only the second chance I have had to go to the World Championships. The first time I got to go was for my original FRC team. We won the Rookie All-Star Award, and that was in 2018. So it's been quite a long time since I got to go to Worlds, and at that time it was in Detroit. This time, of course, we were in Houston. a city I've never been to before, let alone even a state I'd never been to before. I'd never been to Texas. So that was a ton of fun. I got to go to the Robonauts facility and meet the Robonauts themselves, as well as their head marketing mentor, and even sit down and do a short interview with her and get to pick her brain about how this iconic team does their marketing and sets up their branding so that their image is consistent from year to year. On top of that, at Worlds, I got to interview all of these teams that are amazing. Jack in the Bot, Cheesy Poofs, Team Rush, Madtown Robotics, Web Robotics, which they are like the 6th most followed first robotics team on Instagram, by the way, which is amazing. Their social media is fantastic. If you've never checked out their Instagram before, I highly recommend that you check it out. You will get so many ideas and learn just how to do better social media from that team alone. I made and published 47 reels this year and 34 long form videos. My goal originally when this year started was to post 1 long form video a week and 1 short form video a week. So 52 total videos for long form and for short form. I fell short of that goal. There were some weeks where things got really busy and I just didn't post nearly as consistently as I should have, but I'm very proud of the fact that I was at least able to stay consistent throughout the whole year. And a lot of these opportunities that I had was because of the fact that I was continually putting out content on a regular basis. I grew my Instagram channel from 0 to about 2,300 followers in this first year alone. And my YouTube channel, I got to about 490 subscribers. So these aren't amazing, crazy numbers, but to me, it validated this idea that talking about marketing and robotics was not a waste of time. And every hour that I spend in my office filming videos and editing videos, even though my wife is probably wondering when I'm going to come upstairs and help do the dishes, it showed me that what I'm doing, people actually care about. And it's helpful, and it energizes me to want to continue to do this, even if, I'm not reaching millions and millions of people. Every comment that I've got about how that video was so helpful or I got so many new ideas from this, that's the reason why I do this, is being able to help people who maybe they just don't know where to start. They don't know, how often should I post on social media? Do I need a fancy camera? How do I do different marketing other than taking pictures of my robot? At one point I was like that too. I had no idea what to do, and I would just tell my kids to take pictures and we'd put them out there. And since learning how to do better marketing and see more impact, I'm super happy that I have the chance to show others how they can also do the same thing for their programs. Thank you for every comment, every view, every like, every kind word, every follow, and every subscribe. I cannot thank you enough for the amount of time that you've given me this year, and I promise that in 2026, we're just going to keep on growing. Thank you, as always. I'll see you in the next one.